Good day, YouTubers. Welcome to my channel. My name is Murat Saeed. On this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the brake pads on the Toyota 86 2017. Stay tuned. And here are your tools you will need to do this brake job. I'll be using Permatex brake parts lubricant. It's a silicone ceramic. It's very extremely good for high temperature. And contains ceramic solids. So this is the brand I'll be using. I'll be using Napa's brake pad, adaptive one, passenger car. This is the ratchet caliper to retract your caliper pistons. I got it from Napa. It's a Carli 279. You're gonna need the lug key to unbolt the lug nuts. You have your gear wrench sockets, 3/8. This is what I'll be using. And I have the longer ratchet. Okay. By the way, I'm gonna give an update on the air tools. Remember the video I do about the pipes? So this is it's working. It's now long enough to reach here. Here it is. It's all done complete. I built a basement here to the rest of my air hose as well. And jack the car here. It's very easy. Just have your own jack. There we go on jack point. Make sure your wheel is off the ground. You're gonna unbolt the wheels. Using my AirCat 50. Make sure you have it on reverse. This is the reverse mode. And go ahead and unbolt your lug nuts. The last one, which is the lock key to unlock the special wheel lug bolts. I mean the lug nuts. So you just answer here, make sure it's fully seated. Your place is gone here, and you unscrew it. And then you remove your wheels. Now here's your caliper. I'll tell you the basics of this caliper. You have the brake pads here. The caliper here, this is your disc brake or your rotors. This is the rotors. You have your sliding pins here. This is where you unbolt the screw to remove the caliper. It's the rubber boots and all its glory. So I'm going to show you step by step on how to do it. First things first, you want to grab your sockets, and we need to find out which is the correct socket for it. I think it's number 14. This one, so we'll try 14. Yep, and it fits. So now we're going to grab the ratchet and then unbolt it. So I got the number 14 and the long ratchets. I mean, the longer is better, have good leverage. As you can see, the brake loosed the bolts. So we just remove the socket and ratchet, and we just unbolt the screw by hand. Here's one bolt. Put it right here on the side so we can find it. And here's another one we'll remove on the bottom. And we got it. Here's number two. Over to the side. So after you remove the two nuts for the caliper, you want to take a flat blade screwdriver. We're going to put it in there and we're going to compress the caliper enough so that way you can take out the caliper. As you can see, I got it all off. There you go. Bring it up. I'll rest it on top of the rotor. And here's the two pads we're going to replace. It's not too bad, but you can see. Then we'll take out the shims. We're going to match up the shims with the new ones to see how they look like. So they are the same shims, which is the old rusty ones here. Okay, let's go install it. So as you can see, I got the caliper, the bracket out, and I shine it up to install the new shims. So install the new shims. As you can see, it looks nicer and newer. So now I'm going to grease up the sliding pins. So I apply the silicone extreme. This is a product I'm using. This one, the Permatex brake part lubricants, and then I slide it in here. So as you can see, I grease up the sliding pins. I shine up the metal, as you can see, and then set up the shims. And the ones in the bottom, make sure they're fully seated. Because you want to fit the brake pads in. Fully seated all the way. Alright, so I got the caliper bracket installed. The shims are installed. I torque it down the bolts to 18 foot-pounds. That's the size of it or more. I don't know spec, but just give it a good tight on those things, not over tighten. Don't use any use this size ratchet for tightening the bolts. I don't know the torque spec of it, but just snug it up. Make sure they're tight. Okay, now we're going to show you how to install the brake pads. These brake pads there is like a color coding. If you look at it, the red and the blue marks. So the red one goes on the inside and the blue mark goes on the outside. can see, this is how it looks like. It's a ceramic brake pads. There's the blue. That's for the inside. I'll show you how to install those. Now to install these. Now I'm just gonna let you know guys something. See how this brake caliper is on the front of the rotor? Anytime one of these things installed in the front, those indicator marks should be going up. Now if it's in the back, the indicator will be in the bottom position, like that. So install it to the front up like that. So as you can see, I got one installed. Notice the blue mark is on the outside. Notice how this sits in this groove right here and the indicator is on the top. So I'm going to do the same thing for the back, the back side. So already installed the inner and the outer. I mean, this is the outer, this is the inner. Make sure it's blue and the red mark, you can see it. Installed. So now we're gonna retract the pistons of the caliper. There it is. So we're gonna retract that and then install the brake caliper back in the groove, in the brackets. So as you can see, I have the caliper piston retract back inside a caliper. So now I'm gonna put it back in the thing and tie up the two bolts. As you can see, I install the calipers back inside. Now we just need to tie up the bolts and we're all done. Well, as you can see, I installed the bolts and everything is completed. I'm gonna give it a nice clean down. And this looks nice and shiny. Yep, and now we're going to put back the wheels and the job is done. As you can see, the wheels installed and I jack it down already. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribe to me. And always take care of yourself. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.